My highly respected brothers, sisters, dear children in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. All perfect praise due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Peace and blessing upon our beloved Prophet Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. And we also ask forgiveness. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala barakah of the Jumu'atul Mubarak. We beg Allah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also forgive our sins. Ameen, ameen, ya Rabbal Alameen. Today my topic is the virtue of Muharram al-Haram. The virtue of the new year is began with the month of Muharram al-Haram. How to begin, how to start our new year according to Kitabullah and according to Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is our achieve. We have to achieve as a true believer throughout the year. Number one, according to Kitabullah, Allah says in the Holy Quran, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu ruka'u wasjudu. O you who believe. Warka'u wasjudu. Bow down and prostrate. Do the ruku, do the sujood. Wa'budu rabbakum, and worship your Lord. Wa'budu rabbakum. Waf'alul khayr, and do the pious deeds. Waf'alul khayr. Then Allah mentioned reward of, if you believe in Allah, when you bow down, you follow the Kitabullah. When you prostrate, when you do the sujood, and then you worship Allah, and then you do good deeds, the pious deeds, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, لَعَلَّكُمْ تُفْلِحُونَ, so that you will be success. Remember, لَعَلَّكُمْ, so may you be success. This is a condition. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned the condition of the success is, for example, the key of the peace and harmony. Aman sukun ka gehwara kya hai? The key for the peace and harmony is good behavior. Your good character. When you show your good character, your good behavior, you will find the peace and harmony in the same, it doesn't matter in the town or in the country or in the home, anywhere. Around your family, around the people, around the community, around as a ruler. You are the ruler in the country. Remember the key of the peace and harmony is a good character. Your behavior. I will give you a good example. And today I'm talking about the Hijrah. How our new year and how the Hijri was started. We all know, many scholars every year they remind and they give the speech and they talk. And according to Quran, the 4 secret months, إِنَّ عِدَّةَ الشُّهُورِ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ 12 شَهْرًا. The 12 months. Then أَرْبَعَةٌ أَشْهُرٌ. The 4 months is a secret. Number 1 is Muharram. Number 2 is Rajabul Murajjab. Number 3 is the Dhul Qa'dah. And number 4 is the Dhul Hajjah. These are 4 secrets. But in this same ayah, Allah says, فَلَا تَظْلِمُوا فِيهِنَّ أَنفُسَكُمْ. Allah created the 12 months And under the 12 months, the 4 months is secret. The hurma of the 4 months is something reason about, behind the reason. Why Allah mentioned from the 12 months, only 4 months is the secret. It's something, it's the wisdom behind that. And the hikmah behind that. And Allah mentioned, فَلَا تَظْلِمُوا فِيهِنَّ أَنفُسَكُمْ. Therefore, do not wrong yourself. यानी तुम अपने नफ्स पर जुल्म मत करो. فَلَا تَظْلِمُوا فِيهِنَّ أَنفُسَكُمْ. Therefore, do not wrong yourself. It is a great message. If you understand what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, in the 4 months is the secret month. It means, today my topic is, and all my meaning is, how to begin our life, how to begin our New Year's, according to Kitabullah and according to Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Let's take one example. Hijrah. When Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam made migration, like from Mecca to Medina. When Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam arrived in Medina Noor-Ul-Haram, is the leader of the Jews, the leader of the Yahud, Abdullah bin Salam, radiallahu anhu, he accepted Islam after. When Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, after the Hijrah, how like he changed his life. He was the leader of the Jews. He's a rabbi, he was a rabbi. He's a great scholar and a great leader of the Yahud, Abdullah bin Salam. When Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam entered in the Medina, he was busy to broke the dates in the garden. Someone informing, you know, the leader of the Muslim, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he also arrived in Medina Noor-Ul-Haram. So he left his work and he ran and he observed. This is my point. How he observed the duty and the action of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We know when Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam entered in Medina, he don't only call only the Muslim. He not only call who's coming together like with him from Makkah. He don't call. But he called not only one community on the religion, the person, no. He called all Yahud, Christian, everybody. I give you the example. Remember I said, the key of the peace and harmony is good behavior. It's your good character. How you impress the people. But the misbehavior, no, never. It's never going to work. If you impress the people with your good character, and we have a good example of the life of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In the Quran mentioned many places. If you understand, لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. So he observed the own actions of the Prophet. So what Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said? When everybody, you know, in the court of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, everybody on the present and the court of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. First thing Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. What he said? We have to greet well. Mean welcoming everybody. Treat well. Respect each other. The Muslims should respect to the other religion. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned how he impressed, I'm talking about the example, how they impressed Abdullah bin Salam. He was the leader of the Yahud, the Jew. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned, you have to feed the needy people. You have to support the needy people. And someone invite, you should accept the invitation. When he was shocked when Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam delivered the message. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam making the peace and harmony in Medina Noor-Ul-Haram. The first thing he do when he migrated from Mecca to Madinatul Munawwara, when he was entering Madinatul Munawwara, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam making this conversation with not only Muslim, with the whole religion. So my most respected brother, sister, dear Islam, we have to begin our new year with the good behavior, with the good character. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam also mentioned, when we follow the lunar calendar, inshallah today is 28th Dhul Hajj. Maybe tomorrow or after tomorrow is the new year will begin. The new year means the month of Muharram will begin. So as I mentioned, we follow the Kitab of Allah. We follow the Sunnah of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So also Prophet sallallahu, when we see the new moon of every month, the lunar calendar began, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to read the dua. Allahumma ahillahu bil amni wal iman wal salamati wal islam wa rabbi wa rabbukum Allah. Meaning, O Allah, Allahumma ahillahu alayna, make for us this new moon. Bil aman, with the peace. That Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam making dua. Bil aman wal iman, with the Islam, with the belief, with the iman. Rabbi wa rabbukum Allah. Allah is also your Lord and also my Lord. So this is Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. To read the dua. To Allah begin, when Allah send the mercy upon you, when you follow the Kitabullah, when you follow the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then we expect the rahmah of Allah upon us. Only two reasons, remember, we have to follow the Kitabullah and to follow the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And many as-salaf, they also, when they see the new moon of the Muharram, the first surah from the Holy Quran, Surah Al-Fatiha, is the opening of the book. It's also Sunnah of the as-salaf. They also recite Surah Al-Fatiha. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. All end, Waladhdallin. Ameen. So it's also Sunnah. And one great, the Tabi'een, I also mentioned to you, Hazrat Khwaja Abu Bakr Shibli rahmatullah ta'ala alayhi. He also mentioned how to begin our new year, to perform the voluntary prayers, to perform nawafil. It's a 4 rakats each night after the Isha prayer. Remember, what is obligatory for us? Remember to perform 5 times salah. But it's voluntary, it's not obligatory. If you do it, you will get reward for it. And then we will realize that what is the reward when we do in our life the voluntary prayers is a big value, and you will receive the I can say the reward on the day of resurrection when we have a short for the good deeds. Then you know the value of the good deeds. So Abu Bakr Shibli rahmatullah ta'ala, they also mentioned to perform 2 rakats each night. After Surah Al-Fatiha, to read Surah Ikhlas 15 times, and you will send in Isal Sawab to Hazrat Imam Hassan and Hazrat Imam Hussain, me to Ahl Bayt At-Tahar, to family of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This also you can begin your new year according to Kitabullah and according to Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So my most respected, my message to you, Allah mentioned, Ya ayyuhalladina amanu ruk'u wasjudu wa'budu rabbakum. O you who believe, bow down, prostrate, do the sajda, wa'budu rabbakum, worship your Lord, waf'alul khayr, and do the pious deeds. So, لَعَلَّكُمْ تُفْلِحُونَ, so that you will be success. This is also condition, my most respected brother, sister, dear children in Islam. And in this message, in this ayah, Allah mentioned the 2 rights. One is huququllah, and one is hukukul ibad. Hukukullah is the rights of Allah. For example, the salah, prayers, zakat, fasting, hajj. This all is hukukullah. Hukukul ibad is the rights of the human being, the rights we have to fulfill our duties. Number one, we have to fulfill our duty to our parents. Second one, to fulfill our duty to our family, like our wives, our children. To fulfill our duty to the relatives. This all is including on hukukul ibad, remember. Hukukul ibad, the rights of the human. And also not in our care, under care, it's not only the human, but is our under care is the animals. This you have to fulfill your rights to the animal also. We have many examples. If you read the seerah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, remember the one camel, he complained about his owner. He don't take care properly the camel, and he was complaining, the camel complaining to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because he put too much weight on his back, on the camel. We know that story. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, understanding what the camel is saying, to complain about his owner. So, whatever in our care, we have to fulfill our duty, my most respected brothers, sisters, dear children in Islam. In Bukhari Sharif, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned, in Bukhari Sharif, on day of resurrection, if you hurt somebody, means the madhloom, the person who is innocent, but we still hurting the person. The person is innocent, but if we hurt by the words, if we hurt by the hands, and the person not forgive you, Allah never forgive. This is also the difference between hukukullah and hukukul ibad. We can expect from Allah. We can expect from Allah because Allah is Ghafoor. Allah is most forgiving. Allah is Rahim, is most merciful. Remember, this is the difference between hukukullah and hukukul ibad. We can expect from Allah, Allah will forgive. But hukukul ibad is person not forgive, Allah not forgive. That is the difference, my most respected brothers, sisters, dear children in Islam. Then Bukhari Sharif, in the hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned, on the day of resurrection, one madhloom, the innocent person, come if you do the dhulm with the cruel person, who do the dhulm, who hurt someone, by the words, by the hands, and any, they will come in the court of Allah, and he claim, Ya Allah, this person, by words he hurt me, and he asks, he's right to Allah. You know, in hadith, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned that time, whatever you have a good deeds, Allah deliver that your good deeds to the madhloom, to innocent person. Then you are the poor person about that you don't have any good deeds. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give your good deeds, means the madhloom, means the dhalim, the good deeds, give to the other. And you have only the bad deeds left. Now you know what is the result for that. So remember, if you hurt somebody, how to begin our new year, how to begin our life according to Kitabullah and according to Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. My most respected brothers, sisters, dear children in Islam, we have still time. If we hurt someone, you should ask them, you should beg that person, oh person, please forgive me if I hurt you. By the words, by the hand. I said in the Bukhari Sharif, the person not forgive, Allah not forgive. This is different, the Rahman, and this is between the Rahman and Abd. So my most respected brothers, sisters, dear children in Islam, this is one example. Another example, قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبُكُمُ اللَّهُ وَيَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ ذُنُوبَكُمْ وَاللَّهُ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. Allah says in the Holy Quran, this is also condition. It's a three condition of the maghfirah. Three conditions of the maghfirah, how Allah forgive. the person, when they do the dhulm himself, فَلَا تَظْلِمُوا, I mentioned, فَلَا تَظْلِمُوا فِيهِنَّ أَنفُسَكُمْ. Therefore, don't do wrong yourself. فَلَا تَظْلِمُوا فِيهِنَّ أَنفُسَكُمْ. So my most respected brother, if you like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive, you have to beg Allah and ask forgiveness. And if you hurt someone, you have to beg that person to forgive you. This is the hukukul ibad, and this is between the hukukullah. My most respected brother, sister, dear children in Islam, is also my message to you, each and everyone. And today here, when we come to the masjid, subhanallah, you know who's honor us? When we go to someone to visit his house as a guest, how the host welcoming to you. Sometimes we don't realize where we are entering now, where we are going to, where we are followed to. Remember, I just said, we have to follow the Kitabullah. We have to obey Allah and obey Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Then Allah means, لَعَلَّكُمْ تُفْلِحُونَ, so that you will be success. And the success is the guarantee from Allah is success in this dunya and also hereafter. And the success of the hereafter is the Jannah. We know this all. But when we enter in the house of Allah, in the masajid, in the house of Allah, you know who's honored us? Malaika. Malaika. The angels. When we enter in the masjid, and we know the virtue of the Jumu'ah Mubarak, Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned in Bukhari Sharif, the first person enter in the Jumu'ah Mubarak, he will get the reward of to satisfy the camel. In Jumu'ah, the virtue of the Jumu'ah. When we enter in the masjid and perform Salatul Jumu'ah, the second person enter, he also get the reward of the sacrifice the cow. This virtue, like the reward, going to multiply. It's a depend. But my point is, when we enter to masjid, and you know that Malaika beg Allah, and they ask forgiveness for the person who enter in the masjid. So the Malaika order us, give us respect. But it's someone entering the house of Allah, and the clothes, the sweating, and they have a bad smell from the clothes. You know, you heard the Malaika is also. Remember in the Islam, also in the Salah is a condition of the prayer. We know the Tahara. Tahara is a condition of the prayer. Without Tahara, our prayer is not accepted. Tahara, the purity, cleanness is important. At-Tahara, nisful iman, Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Is the Tahara, the purification is a half of iman. So is it also our duty when we enter to masjid, first one, we have to conform, you have to check our clothes. Yes, we are working, we are hard work, and Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, no, that person who worked hard. You know, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, one day, one person came to Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and he sat in the hand of Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and right after Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam kissed his hand. All Sahaba was shocked. Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the person come and enter, he should kiss your hand, but you kiss his hand, Ya Rasulullah. What is the reason, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned, he earned the rizq halal, he hard work. This also is ibadah, worship ibadah. It's kaum ibadah. That Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned. But my most respected brothers, we have to conform. Tahara, I just mentioned, the condition of the prayer is the tahara. When we enter to masjid, we have to conform. Sometimes the bad smell coming from our clothes. This is very, very important. You know the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, the khushbu, the fragrance, Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam loved. Abtib it is called, it's a khushbu, the fragrance. When we enter, also the sunnah of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when we come into the masjid in Jumu'ah, if you do the fragrance, put the perfume in it, this is all the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So by mention, because many brothers and sisters are complaining, so this is also my duty to remind you. So please to conform. When you feel it's sweating, the bad smell coming from my clothes, you should, take the one extra, the shirt in your car, and when you go to the masjid, at least you wear that one. It's a good one. It is also sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is number one. And the second thing, Satre aurat, to cover our body. Many times, brothers, when they perform, we go down the posture to do the sajda, sometimes it is short going up. And people can see that in a bum. This is also very important. We know the Satre aurat, to cover our body from the belly button to our knee. Remember that. Our knee should be covered from the belly button. If we open this one, our wuzu is gone. Remember that. Satre aurat, this is also condition of the prayer, my most respected brothers, sisters, dear children in Islam. So we also to conform. Please, you have to cover that. These two things, most of the time, the brother come and they complain, please Sheikh, Imam, please can you mention this? So this is also my duty, my most respect. We have to be Muslim. And we come, as I said, when we come to the masjid, whose honors is Malaika. And who asks to beg Allah to ask forgiveness is a Malaika. The person. And until we don't and many times I say, until we don't leave the masjid, all Malaika, they ask him the dua, they beg Allah and ask forgiveness for the person. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq to follow the Quran and to follow the Sunnah of Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma ayyid al-Islam wal Muslimin. Allahumma wa'ali kalimat al-Islam wal Muslimin. Allahumma ansur man nasara din Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.